Ooh, what's up, internet? This is a Star Wars penultimate episode.
That was, yeah, I was waiting for the penultimate. You were like, we're gonna put it right at the very beginning.
It's my favorite word. My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Claude.
This is the Acolyte, season 1, episode 7, the penultimate episode of the season, if you will. For all of you language freaks out there. Match my freak and watch this episode with us, but before you do, this is not a sponsored bit. But Oreo has Star Wars Oreos.
Yeah.
In this bag, all of the Oreos are either dark side red or light side blue.
Or melted.
Or melted. They've been in the car in LA. It's been very hot. My question for you, Clarus, is will this tell us if the Jedi are good in the show or bad in the show?
Oh.
This is my prediction. If this is red, then this is going to reveal that the Jedi were fully in the wrong.
Yeah.
And if this is blue, I'm going to say the Jedi weren't in the wrong.
Okay, and if they're melted, it means, gray Jedi.
No, it means Darth Vader.
No, I know.
Wait,
what?
Ready?
Oh, that's
do you want to do the peel?
That's a bad joke.
Do you want to do the peel? Do the peel.
That's terrible.
We got dark side. Bad boys.
I wore red lipstick
and
because
girls.
I was like, you know what? I think it's going to be evil.
All right, we're going to eat these at the end because I don't want to react with black stuff in my teeth. If you want the full interaction, go to patreon.com/nerdynightly. And if you don't, stay here because you're already here. And it's penultimate time, baby.
Let's go.
Have you told me everything that happened on Brendok?
No, but he keeps saying that he will.
We're waiting for it.
This is the episode.
Yeah, this is it.
Brendok. Answers. For the love of God.
Please. I am begging.
I'm begging. Oh, I think this is before...
They found...
Yeah, Soul isn't creeping on little girls yet.
Are they scientists?
They're like...
researchers.
Ecologists? I don't know. They're Jedi. Doing Jedi shit. Kelnaka's trying to find change. Sweeping the beach with his metal detector.
Torben is over it.
That's a Padawan right there.
I'm not hungry.
It's unwise to insult a Wookiee's cooking. 100 years ago, this planet was cataloged as lifeless because of a hyperspace disaster. Yet this planet, Brendok, is thriving.
Oh, I wonder if that's part of the... I know that happens in the books.
This is a noble mission.
Interesting.
Yeah, they literally brought them... I don't know what a metal detector... Is it like a force ley line detector or something?
I don't know. Detects midichlorians.
Yeah.
Follow the river. We haven't covered the Northlands yet. Meet us back at the camp.
Okay.
I like that they're not explaining the Wookiee. Like, I feel like a lot of Star Wars is like double speak the Wookiee speak so that we know what's going on.
Yeah.
Whereas this is just showing us they understand him. You know. It's a more naturalized communication.
Yeah.
Let it go, May. Stop.
It definitely contextualizes it that the first thing he sees the girls do with the Force is like sociopathic stuff where they're torturing animals a little bit.
Yeah.
Light, you know.
Controlling them.
No. Quickly.
Indara, can you read me?
I wonder what she thinks is so dangerous on a planet that hasn't had life in 100 years.
They're worried about the Jedi finding them, I thought.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the reason that they're on this planet is because it is
they
linked
must
to the
have known they
Force.
landed.
Oh, maybe.
They knew the Jedi landed and have been in hiding. That makes sense, actually.
Or I just would imagine, like, if this planet is connected to the Force in some strong way, then it's like, well, the Jedi might come knocking, you know?
Well, I think the Virgins was them. I think that they caused all this, right?
Oh.
Causing life on a whole planet to create 2 girls is crazy, but very sci-fi.
Yeah.
I love the idea that, like, the Force created Anakin, so all this didn't happen. But if Sheev had done it, Tatooine would be like a verdant jungle. Hello.
Ding dong.
The music built up as if he was about to do something really cool, and he's climbing very slowly.
I mean, it's better, more than what I would have done. Look at this guy.
I know,
go.
but there's just a cymbal crash of like, and then he's just. Oh, he was really there for all the hits.
I fear for the girl's safety. The witches prepare for a ceremony tonight. What if the girls are in danger? But I insist. Come with me. See what I have seen.
All right.
Kilnaga, slice the controls.
Break in.
Tobin, Jedi Padawan, son of paupers from the planet Bonadon.
Oh, that's creepy.
I can help you.
Oh, sure. May we meet your sister?
Oh boy.
I would always let you have what you need.
This isn't framing her as like the way that episode 3 frames her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ask me.
Like if anyone was teleporting in my head like this, I would immediately not trust them.
Yeah.
Ceremonial markings are customary in many cultures in the galaxy.
But Osha did not have one. I worry she's not safe.
What? But what makes you think she's unsafe?
Because the only thing he's seen them do is teach her how to fight. Because he conveniently only sees that 1 3-second moment where she attacks and when he's creeping over the edge there. They're playing real like close on. He only saw very brief snippets of conversations, and then moved on. Because if he'd seen any of the thread stuff, he wouldn't be as concerned, right?
I just need to take a sample of your blood. Is that okay?
Just say it'll only hurt a little. Like, at least be honest.
Yeah.
Did Indara talk to the council?
If she did, we didn't see it.
Huh.
You must divine what images appear on the testing screen.
What do you want me to do?
That's...
Mama said everyone must walk through fear. Everyone must be sacrificed to fulfill their destiny.
Well... Okay, well,
Thank
that's...
you for explaining that to me.
Can I go now?
Yeah, okay. It's a little culty. Human sacrificey, you know.
I would like to try a different approach with the other child.
You may.
Kid's gotta be sacrificed for the cult.
Yeah.
That's not what it means.
No. But it sounds bad.
Yeah.
Then you must have the courage to tell the truth.
We should continue the test.
They're a good cop, bad cop team here.
Yeah.
What's she so worried about?
I've contacted council for instruction.
Oh, okay.
I will meet you at the camp when I hear their answer.
She's still tense, so like she can't... Unless you like, I don't know, murder her whole family or something.
I want to do what's best for Osha.
You don't get to decide that.
It's the twins' blood test results.
Oh, they are the virgins?
Extremely high.
And that's what changes everything.
Stop! Don't you see? We just need proof of a virgin, and those girls are the proof.
Oh.
Stop him! I mean, it's...
Is he just gonna go kidnap them?
It's only been 7 weeks. He's like losing
I know.
it.
I just don't really get what his... Like, is he just gonna go steal children? From 50 Force-sensitive witches?
I must discuss the situation with everyone here. But we will consider your wish when we do so.
She's so good.
I know.
Yeah, I wish we had, like, more for her. I wish we could have seen more of her arc in this decision.
Yeah, for
'Cause
sure.
I think her performance is great.
100%.
But I was right, like, the explanation for how this all goes down is very convoluted and involves, like, very specific beats of conversation being overheard.
Yeah.
Attack.
Does she straight up just have her fight the Jedi? What?
You may be their mother, but you are also our leader.
Right now, I choose mother.
Like, this moment would be cool if I understood what the consequences of any of this were for the Coven, but I don't really get what the Coven's problem is.
Yeah, it's definitely unclear as to what the children mean to the Coven.
Does her breaking the door somehow...
If I can get close enough, do you think you can make the jump? Go.
Paratroop and Wookiee? Is NSA just unaware of the fact that all these women are doing this?
Prepare for battle.
I guess.
What is happening?
Oh, no, there she is.
What? What?
Oh no, it's the oil in the... It was the oil in the lamp thing.
Oh, okay. Wow, those are dangerous.
Yeah.
Take another step and it will be your last.
Alright, here we go.
It was foolish to come back here, Jedi.
They were coming back to pick up Osha, weren't they? What?
I was going to let Osha go. It's what she wants.
Then why did you start this conversation with "you shouldn't have come back here, Jedi"? This writing is so, like, complicated, but not in, like, a fun way.
It's complicated. It's convoluted in a way of just, like, people kind of being a little bit dumb.
Yeah.
Which is not...
The child broke the door controls, so we're... Ladies, go to war? Like, I don't know. Let's go, Soul. Okay, Torben's got some skills.
Yeah, so a literal fire did that.
Yeah. What the fuck is this? Okay. It's a great shot.
Yeah.
Ooh. Fuck. Let's go, Soul! Whoa! What a shot!
All right.
Come on, Kelnaka.
Does that just kill them all?
Yeah, they're just dead now.
But no, because they were scattered throughout the building, so they're not dead.
No, but that's the group that we see in the pan shot of them all dead in the... Yeah, that killed them.
Yeah, okay.
I still don't really get how the fire blows that up, but...
Yeah.
Because the episode... we'll talk about it. The fight was sick, though. That was great.
Yeah.
A little bit more choppy than... Oh. So... Oh, fuck. Oh, wow.
May burned down the witch's fortress, and everyone was lost.
Yeah.
Why you made this choice?
It's why Indara doesn't have any guilt in that opening scene, because Indara did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Neither did Kelnaka, right? But his guilt is all...
Yeah.
The spirals he drew were what he saw as he was trying to kill his friends.
They started a fire.
Wow, okay. Interesting.
Okay. Okay.
It tracks enough.
Yeah, it's one of those things, it is so close to, like, really working for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, I get it. I see why this read well. Like, I totally understand.
Oh, I disagree with that, but yeah.
Okay. I can see why, you know, they were like, that they thought that this kind of worked cohesively. Because I'm like, you know, 75% on board. But that last quarter is so... It's just a little too convenient.
Yes. And that's where I think it doesn't read well.
Yeah.
The moment in the whole thing that works the least for me is May breaking the door panel and then the Zabrak mom going forward and being like,
all right,
the child has locked us in,
Jedi.
everyone grab weapons. And I'm like,
yeah.
But also, Anastasia, like, unfortunately, this episode,
conversation, the way that she does, and then starting to do some dark magic power shit to scare everybody.
I don't think that she was trying to scare anybody. I think that was just her. I think that's just the way her power manifests. But I think that it is scary to the Jedi because it's different. I think the idea behind that, like...
So the problem that I have with that is initially, I thought the same thing.
Okay.
But then we see the other people do the black smoky thing, and then Kelnaka is possessed. And so it makes it seem like she was about to attack.
I thought she was about to, like,
something.
fly away to go deal with the fire.
Well, I don't know, because May also started going smoky. So I was like,
I don't know,
confused in that moment, because at first I was like, whoa, what the fuck, Soul? Why did you just stab her? But then I was like, oh, maybe he was right, because, like, they just did, like, some shady shit immediately after that looked the exact same.
It really feels... It makes this show feel like a first draft. This episode does. The how do the witches die? They die because
their possessive power actually has this,
Indara
like, crazy red button.
But, like... So Anastasia on her own can possess Torben.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because they were forced out, and if they had left on their own volition, they'd be fine like Anastasia did.
Yeah,
but because
I'm
they were
sure
forced out, they all die.
Just drop
dead.
But,
like, why do you need all of them to do it? Like, I get that, like, a Wookiee's mind is strong, but, like, it just was, like, it was so clean.
Yeah. And,
you know, it gets, you know, how is Soul not able to lift two children with the Force is, like, one of those things where it's like, I guess he can't. The Force's power level is determined by the story. Yeah. And so in that moment where we've seen, like, you know, Darth Vader pull starships out of the sky, and Soul is struggling to lift
Soul is not Darth
two
Vader.
Children. And also Soul, rather than just pull them both to him, which we know he can do that, he just like tries to hold them in place for some reason. And I get maybe they'd hit the safety railing on the way, but they'd be alive. Yeah, like maybe they'd be slightly injured, but they would be alive.
It's one of those weird moments where I love the idea of the story beat and what it means for Soul's character of having to choose. But it feels a little like shoehorned in because of what we know of the Force. If
it was the only convenient thing in this episode, I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah,
it's that all of the beats.
And also Torben just being like, oh, we gotta go get the girls so we can go home. And I was like, bro, what the fuck?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, and what's confusing to me is that and maybe I need to rewatch episode 3 because I might just be getting this wrong. But in episode 3, it seemed like the Jedi were coming back that night to get Osha. Like the plan was for them to come back.
I don't know when they were supposed to come back. I think it was like maybe the next day.
Was like, okay, we're gonna let Osha go.
But not to the Jedi.
So for her to start the conversation with like both of you and maybe it was just that I misheard it, and maybe the Zabrak was the one that said that. I don't know the Zabrak thing. I feel bad about that. But that the way that whole scene played out was just so aggressive.
Yes.
And it
in a way that's just like a little bit like stupid. Like everyone was
it just felt unnecessary.
Everyone was just not being, I don't know.
Yeah.
They feel a little like not like a human, and I know they're not human because they're aliens, but like they don't feel like they are making any
I don't understand why they're doing what they're doing.
Choices. Yeah, I'm very confused as to why they're behaving the way that they're behaving.
But this shows, and the reason why I say first draft feeling is not just this episode. It is that characters end scenes by turning on a dime to do something based on very little information a lot. Yeah. In a way that could be motivated if I feel like could be motivated if the show was a little bit more if they just spent a little bit more time on the script. It just kind of feels like they were like, script's done, let's just shoot. And not, and I don't know, I think this one could have used a little bit more. I would have loved to have understood the context of what these girls mean to the cult survival.
Yeah, I feel like I am missing that part of the story because I think that I would understand the cult's behavior a little bit more if I knew why, like what the girls meant to the cult, what their like role in it really was, them becoming leaders, like what all that meant, because they're all like, oh, like apparently these girls feel like they're life and death for the cult, but I don't understand why.
No, the Jedi were supposed to come back that night and get them.
Really?
Because she tells Osha to go pack. And Osha's
but the Jedi don't know that.
Osha's putting the book. Well,
the Jedi don't know that.
How would they? But yeah, it's not very satisfying. It works enough.
Yeah,
I think.
I'm like, it's decent.
Yeah,
I don't hate it.
It just doesn't get into. It doesn't get into like how does May wake up at the tree, and maybe episode 8 does.
Oh.
You know what I mean? From the end of episode 3.
I don't think she woke up by the tree. She went to go find Osha by the tree, and she wasn't there. Right?
So then where does she wake up? I don't know. I thought we were going to get a little bit more of like what happened with May. I thought this episode was going to be more from May's perspective, and the only time that it was that she drops the oil lamp that somehow burns the entire fucking mountain down.
That is one thing.
So fast.
That is one thing that I think is just a little sorry, no. I think that is way too convenient. Is that one little fire can take down this entire structure and blow it up.
Yeah.
That just seems a little bit excessive, especially because it's stone. Like that, I was like, I thought maybe that there was like other fires in other places or something. Like it was multiple things, but the fact that it was just that lamp that broke, that's so crazy, because if someone accidentally knocked one of those over, the entire fucking place could blow up, and that seems wild.
But also, and I think that my problem with it kind of is that it's unnecessary for it to, like, I think that a way to have played that moment that would have worked better is to have her drop the lamp and have the fire start. Not do any of the the control center blowing up, because all of that is actually unnecessary to the plot.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
The witches don't die in the fire.
No.
So the fire is the only reason the fire is relevant. The only reason the fire is relevant is for the bridge falling.
Yeah.
And that moment isn't great to me. It's great for Soul's story, but the like mechanics of it, when he has the ability to pull them to him, he just fucks up. but he fucks up. We get to a moment where Sol makes an emotional decision that he doesn't need to make because he just makes a mistake because of a convenience that's created so that we can get to the point where he just makes a mistake.
Yeah.
I feel like we could have gotten there more naturally without the May, like, I'm gonna kill you now. Remember, like, she literally is like, I'm gonna kill you. And everyone was like, people online were literally theorizing that was a dream, that was a hallucination, that the scene moved into that beat too quickly. But now, having seen the way this show writes May switching against the Jedi, or towards the Jedi, Osha going to the dark side because of a conversation in an afternoon, all of these things happening, it actually, no, the show just kind of has characters flip on a dime towards extremes, and that's the storytelling of the show, and I don't know that it's working for me.
No, I don't think it's super working for me either. I think it's fine. I think the episode overall was like, all right. I think there was good moments in it. There's some interesting stuff. I'll be honest. What I find the most interesting about this show, and kind of what I wish that the show was actually about, is that the fact that May and Osha are literally like a consciousness divided in a way. And so I'm like, in my brain goes, ooh, that's really cool. Like, who got, like what aspects are present in one and not the other, and why, and how does that like lead to their behavioral changes, and what makes them similar and versus different, and like, that's why I'm like, oh, that's cool. I want to know like about them more as people. But unfortunately, I feel like May and Osha especially are like a little bit bland as characters.
Well, but maybe that's the reveal in the final episode, right? Like, maybe the reveal is that
we don't make Force babies because
but like maybe in episode 4, May turned towards the Jedi because Osha got close to her, and because they are one soul, she literally like influenced her towards the light just by her presence. And maybe we learned that some of the flip-floppy character stuff has actually been intentional. And like, maybe I might be doing work that the show doesn't do, and I'm like giving it the benefit of the doubt here.
Yeah.
But like, that some of the I'm gonna say, like, it's some drastic character switching is actually built into
the fact that they're
one person. It doesn't help the Torben moment where I'm like, what the fuck is Torben?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, I can't think of. I actually can't think of a thing that he plans to do there that makes any sense.
Yeah, he literally just jumps on a speeder bike because he's been on a planet for 7 weeks.
But what he says in the moment is, if we have evidence of a virgins, we can go home.
Yeah.
And so, but he already has that. They already have the blood samples. So they already have evidence of it. So the only thing he can be doing is kidnapping. Like, and that to me is just, it's such a drastic random thing to be like, we need evidence. I'm gonna go kidnap 2 girls by myself
children.
And hope that the Jedi I'm with are chill with that. Like, what does he think is gonna happen? He's gonna bring 2 little girls back with him?
It was a very extreme decision for someone who looks like he is supposed to be around age 15, 16, which is like getting out of Padawan years, you know what I mean? Like, he's been a Jedi for like a decade, and he just jumps on that fucking speeder bike, like, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, like, YOLO. I was like, that doesn't work for me, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I wish that I had a better understanding of Sol's moment of saying that he feels a connection to Osha.
Yeah.
That felt a little. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm like, is it creepy? I don't know.
I feel like I'm being very negative, and it's not that I think that this was terrible, because I actually don't think it was terrible. It made enough sense. But it was fine. It was sort of just fine. The Kelnaka fight was so cool. Yeah. And I felt like it was a little bit choppier editing-wise than previous fights, but I get that the stilts and the Wookiee costume isn't as mobile as the fights that they were able to do with Carrie-Anne Moss and...
Yes, but I actually, one thing I will compliment is that because it's about the Wookiee's brute strength, that the fights felt so different, right? Yeah. Like, they were like, not just like, twirl, 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 you know, like, Kelnaka has his own skill set that, like, they... choreographed around, and I appreciated that. And
that it became much more so than a forward-facing sort of, fencing match. It really became about trying to get inside of his range because his arms are so long. I thought the choreography of that fight really worked for me. I just wish it didn't end with the witches just dying that way.
Yeah, that seems also a little too convenient.
But also, like, where the fuck did Indara come from? Because she says she can't land the ship there. And so she's like, can you make the jump?
Maybe she hovered the ship and then fell out of it. Because Jedi can jump from flying ships. That's established in Clone Wars.
Well, yeah.
No.
Animated Jedi can jump from space, and live action Jedi can fall 10 feet.
No, even in Attack of the Clones, they jump out of ships.
Well, no, I know, but that's why it's funny that she's like, can you fall from that distance? And I'm like, Ahsoka paratrooped without a fucking... What do you mean?
Yeah, like fucking... yeah.
I've seen Anakin fall down skyscrapers. I think the Wookiee's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Although maybe it's a skill set that, different Jedi don't work on, right? Like, maybe it's a timing thing.
Maybe.
But, like, Indara, her being like, you can make the jump, right? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, why don't you just make the jump together? Like, why did you leave him to go by himself? Where is the ship? Where did you come from? Like, the structure of the scene was just... I think it was supposed to be surprising that she showed up.
Yeah, but it felt convenient.
It's more just like, well, why? Like,
Yeah, so, not terrible, but it's not super satisfying for me personally. I
think that ultimately where I land on it is that there wasn't one moment where I was like, oh, that's fucking brilliant. Every single moment was... Oh, okay.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah, sure.
And other than the Torba moment, which I actually don't like. It's the only moment that I actually, really don't like. Everything else just was, convenient, but to get to, a way that it makes sense.
Yeah.
And I don't know that that's enough for me in this show. I wanted this episode to really batten down the hatches on this mystery.
Yeah.
And the mystery is kind of that the Jedi didn't really do anything wrong.
Except
they
Torben
were kind of in the right...
I don't know.
Torben's a dumbass, but based on what Soul said and saw and heard, he was only literally acting in the kid's best interest, because the kid is like, yeah, mom says that we have to be sacrificed for our destiny, and it's like, oh, okay. And then Anastasia, and the problem here is that Soul has no reason not to believe that, because Anastasia does take over Torben's mind and make his eyes all black at their first interaction.
Yeah.
Granted, the Jedi also broke in. I'm not saying the Jedi are faultless here.
Yeah.
But at no point, through the convenience of what Soul saw, which I think was a little... he sees one interaction, then moves on, even though there's 4 more minutes of that scene that we've seen.
Yeah.
There's no point in Anastasia's interactions with the Jedi where she isn't being aggressive and creepy for no apparent reason.
I agree, and I think the fact that Soul is a full Jedi.
Yeah.
Full Jedi Master, and that he is jumping to wild conclusions based on a hunch and a couple moments of watching them. I think that's a detriment to his character, because he's not a kid there, he's an adult, he's fully trained.
But none of them are. Even Anastasia, who I think is a great performance. And Soul, I think they're both really great performances. I don't think they're behaving like adults.
Those moments were, again, just a bit convenient for the plot to happen the way it happened. And I think that it's fine. It is serviceable, but it's not going to be memorable for me, unfortunately. And so I'm just going to eat my Oreos.
I'm excited to see the finale of the Khmer stuff, but that's about it.
Yeah, exactly.
At this point, I don't know what Osha can learn about this that will change her mind. That's my problem with it. There's nothing that Osha and May can learn about this night.
What do you mean? Osha's gonna find out that Soul literally killed her mom.
Yeah, but she was becoming a smoke monster.
Well, but that's why it's weird. It's I don't fucking know.
I don't know. I don't know. But they also died because they were... the witches died possessing Kelnaka.
Yeah.
What did they tell the council?
Yeah.
This whole show is predicated on Jedi lying to the council.
Fire.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's fine.
If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave mean comments down below, because the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her. This episode, that algorithm goddess is...
who's on the cover? Is... Oreos. Not a sponsor. Or is that Dooku?
Oh, there's white in it too. It's not all red.
No, I think I got Dooku.
No, it's Indara.
Yeah.
Indara literally did nothing wrong. I was like, why is she so chill 16 years later? And it's because she's like, God, these fucking boys. The men in my group are all idiots.
Yeah.
And I had to stop them from being dumb. Oh, there's Pop Rocks in it.
What?
That's tasty. If you want to follow us around the internet, oh yeah, this show does kind of shit on all the men. The men are either evil or stupid.
Oh my god, no. what the internet's gonna fucking lose their fucking minds. They're gonna be like, oh, why is the woman the only smarty pants?
But that is kind of what it is. I'm not saying that in like a toxic way.
Yeah.
I just mean that like the men are either like emotional and stupid, or they're Khmer and they're evil.
Yeah.
But like Soul's acting like an idiot here. Torben's an idiot here. Kanaka's not mentally strong enough to stand up to the witches. And
good.
Yord in the future is kind of dumb. Mog.
He's dead.
You know what? Mog's great. Mog did nothing wrong.
Who's Mog?
Mog is the like very, 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 very pasty British, very, very pasty and very British white guy from the last episode who's like, Vernestra, what the fuck's going on? And she's like, come with me.
Yeah.
Mog did nothing wrong.
Agreed.
Yeah. Sorry, Yord Horde. Your himbo, he's dead.
So sad.
Do something right now, y'all.
Bye.
May the force be with you.